Hey guys, welcome back to Sins of London. We're playing episode 5. It says there are many places in London where you can have fun, but can you hide from your demons there? Uh-huh. Let's give this a little play. Okay, yeah, Irene went through some really tough times last time. That made me cry. That was really upsetting. But yeah, we'll see what's going on here. Chapter 5, Signs of Destiny. Ooh. As rotten luck would have it, the weather outside is beautiful. The sun is shining brightly on the streets, leaving not a single shadow in the eaves, but I do manage to find a secluded place. It's perfectly in harmony with the several pints of dark ale splashing around in my gut. It feels nice to forget myself and... Wait, before we finish. This hair is kind of calling to me right now. I don't know why, but I'm down for the red curls. Plus, it shows off her arm tattoo a lot. Not tattoo. Her new arm, metal arm. Yeah, cool. It feels nice to forget myself and paint the town, sing into a sea of despair, relax and forget my troubles. I don't know about painting the town. I don't want to sing into a sea of despair either. Trying to think about anything in particular and just enjoy the moment. The liquor makes my head feel light and my body relax. Pleasant sensations provoke encouraging thoughts. I'm almost accustomed to the new arm. I wonder if I could handle fire now. Relieved of my positive mindset, I ponder the possibilities. It brightens my mood and helps me see the situation from a different angle. Oh, hey, Leslie. What are you dreaming about, sweetheart? Huh? Wait, I got fame for that? Huh. Okay. I've been watching you for a while now. You're easily the most beautiful thing about our pub, but why are you here alone and so early? I lift my arm without a word. Liz's eyes go wide with surprise and admiration. Whoa, you're just like Noah now. Who? Noah, the bouncer. Hold on. Yeah. I remember that guy. He was the guy who was really nice, right? He was just trying to look out for me. He was like, I don't know if you want to watch those fights, ma'am. She runs away and comes back with the burly man I met before. Look, Melody's marvelous too. Yeah, I remember him. Nice work. He examines my arm with curiosity. I notice how shiny and clean his prosthetic is. I wonder what happened to him. Noah, what happened to your arm? It was... No, let Melody guess. I'll bet a shilling you can't guess. Okay, money. Leslie? Oh, pretty please? Furrow eyebrows and a pretty pout. How can I say no? Fine. I bet it's all because of an accident, a fist fight, a sickness. I want to take into consideration his eye as well. So I'm gonna say either an accident or a fist fight because there's like a scratches on his eye and it's kind of he has a whitish eye as well. So I'm thinking more something happened. I want to lean towards a fist fight because the way he said that, I don't know, those fights can get kind of gritty and she might not want to see that. But at the same time, I'm thinking accident. Okay, I'm gonna go accident. Lizzie bounces the balls of her feet. Nope, pay up. Oh no. No. This fight. I should have guessed because he used the belter for the thing. Oh no. Let's go back. Okay, I should have followed my first instinct. Because of course, make sure they have fist fights in this place. Yeah. That's on me. That's completely on me. I should have gone with my first mind. I was thinking in between the fist fight and the accident. And I was thinking because of the way that he warned me about that. I'm so silly. So silly. I need to stick with my gut. It's been leading me very well so far. And like this, gets me some fame. And she comes round, she's flirting. Then she brings over Noah. Happened to his arm. Yeah, because the scratch is on his face. That's what I was thinking. Not sickness. She gonna give me that money. I just lost a couple of bit of money. The smile disappears from her face in an instant. Was I wrong? Oh, I forgot to change my hair again. Hold up. Alright, ready. Not at all. Darn it. You earned your shilling. Gross. I got my monies. Okay, gotta build back up my cash. Tell me about it. He hesitates reluctantly, studying my face. He must be wondering if I'll judge him or laugh at him. But no one stays reluctant for long when dealing with Leslie. This devilish fright could sway the hardest hearts. Come on, don't be shy. Tell your story. It was a long time ago and I just arrived in London. Oh, we're really good at flashback. There's always work to be found when you're a country guy in the big city. But the pay is next to nothing, and a good fight is a quick way to bring in a quick buck, especially when you know how to fight. Whoa! Noah looked very different. I think I prefer him bald, though. Tonight you fight against Marcy. But sir, I'm twice his size. Hush, the people want blood. Marcy's one of the weakest fighters. He's got quite the losing streak. He's been knocked out so often that it's a wonder he's still able to walk. I need to fight carefully, fiercely, like I usually do. I figure no matter what I do, he's gonna get hurt. This is really... I feel like we shouldn't underestimate him, though, so maybe we should be careful. Poor kid has it hard enough already. Oh, no. No, that's probably not good, because I underestimated him. That's not what I meant. I wanted him to be cautious. The fight starts presently, and I fight moderately. I try to avoid hurting him for real. The people roar. Come on, Noah, give him hell. It seems no one in the room is cheering for Marcy, but I hear reassuring shots of approval toward me from all sides. Maybe it's a train that makes me lose focus. Either way, I mistime a block. Bam. Right to my jaw. But a hit like this is too much for a weakling like Marcy. He's good. The moment I processed the thought, he raised his left hand and hucked me in the gut. The crowd is going wild. Hit him, Noah. I bet on you. But money is the last thing on my mind. I have a reputation to uphold. I'm dumbfounded. All I can think is... That's not Marcy. Not the one I know. How could he be so strong? Yesterday this man couldn't hit a flour sack with any accuracy, but today he's moving like an experienced fighter. He blocks my dodge, knocks me down, and beats me senseless. With one last ounce of strength, I perform a desperate maneuver. A quick somersault, one blow under his knee, and a haymaker to the ribs. No one's ever come back from that move. At least not for several minutes. But Marcy... What the hell? He doesn't even fall. He's barely swaying and he's already coming at me. Then, it's a bloodbath. Well, they wanted blood. You lost your damn arm. He broke my arm in 5 places. But here's what I mean to say. How does one become a world-class fighter overnight? But how else could he have won? I don't know. Rumor has it that Marcy struck a deal with dark forces. And there it is. The very second I get my mind off this mess. I wonder if I'll ever be able to forget about all this supernatural shite. Haunting memories creep back over me. The ghost of night terrors outstretched her clawed hands toward me, monstrous eyes with death reflected in them. What happened to you, Melody? Yeah, you never told us. I'm overcome with conflicting emotions. Leslie and Noah are so supportive and honest with me. But if I tell them the truth, will they be able to sleep at night? I guess I don't think they'll believe me. But I always like to be truthful. You know what? She's smarter than me. She'll let me know if I've made the wrong decision. Because I already wondered if I made the wrong decision, that I know if I should have done something else. Let's see. So listen. I avoid much of the graphic description and extra detail and tell my friends all the events of the last few days. I tell them about Fagin's death, Bolak, his hellish kin, and the man in black. I expected all kinds of reactions, but not this. Sounds just like an old legend. That's right, like the one my mother used to tell me when I was young. Look, Melody, were you under anesthesia when you're operated on your arm? It can make people see things. You shouldn't tell people about monsters. Okay, so they remind me once again. Waitress's words instantly sobered me up like being doused in a bucket of cold water. What did I think they would believe me? Okay, so I can't tell anybody. I wanted to warn them. They were already talking about like supernatural stuff, so I thought they might be a little bit more open to it, but it's the same every time. So the game is reminding me again that unless people have seen it already, then I can't tell them anything. So, alright, here we go. I'm gonna hide the truth. I compose a story for Leslie and Noah, making it up as I go along. Something about thieves in the darkness, running, chasing, an epic fight. No details, but plenty of emotion. My audience eagerly believes the lie. So many bandits in the streets nowadays. I'm so sorry, honey. It's fine now. I'm so sincere in their sympathy, and I feel a pang of guilt. I know I did the right thing. I shouldn't burden them with the knowledge of the darkness I faced. Okay. But it's still hard to meet their eyes. So I get up from the table, but we know they wouldn't have believed me, and they said, start to stumble and sit back down with a thud. Confounded. Suppose I shouldn't have had that last ale. My stomach turns, and there's an unpleasant gurgling sound in my belly. I can't hold it in. Oh no. Someone had a bit too much to drink? Excuse me, I thought I should go throw up. I know just how to help. She runs away to the kitchen and comes back holding a glass filled with a strange liquid. Alright. Warm. Tastes like milk, and I smack my lips, rolling the liquid over my tongue. Tiny particles, smoked aftertaste. Leslie, what is this? It's my signature recipe. Recipe will be useful to you. She pauses for dramatic effect and says proudly, warm milk and coal smut. What? I nearly choke. Leslie, did you come up with that? Not I, my granny. It was her concoction. It's a cure for when you're clobbered. The kindness I'm surrounded by is touching, and I feel like I could cry. I'm so used to relying on myself. At best, I might cooperate with someone else as a means to an end. But here and now, these two are surrounding me with warmth. Noah even decides to teach me how to care for my new mechanical arm. We head down to the utility room. You're gonna need to order that arm, Melody, don't forget. The burly man produces some 10 and long pair of tongs with cotton in the jaws. Leslie is flitting about, glancing over my shoulder with curiosity. Can I help? Just so long as you don't get grease on my dress. They set to work on my arm side by side. Once you get used to it, you can make improvements to the mechanism. Ooh, that means new fancy arms in the future. And add some rhinestones. Leslie. I readjust so they can better access my arm. It's like a very tough doctor and a pretty nurse are taking care of me. Leslie asks questions after question, and Noah calmly walks through the process. Weird, this feels nice, even though I can't technically feel it. Could it be a phantom limb? I close my eyes and focus on the feeling. There, a delicate caress. But I'm not imagining it. Someone's fingertips are touching my back. But whose? Noah or Leslie? I had a theory that Leslie was a potential love interest. But is Noah one as well? I'm pretty sure if it's Leslie, there's going to be a romantic option. I'm curious about the Noah one, though. I just want to know if it's an option. I mean, why would this be here? I'm probably going to go back and go through with Leslie, but I want to see if he's also an option. Of course it's Noah. I see how he's looking at me. I shrug softly to shake off the touch. No, stop. You're embarrassing me. The silence is deafening. Then I hear Leslie giggle behind me, and Noah looks up, confused. Miss Melody, it's not me. Oh, it's Leslie. He looks so embarrassed. I'm sorry I mentioned it. Oh, I apologize. I wouldn't dare. He's a little shy, aren't you, Noah? Now he's very uncomfortable. We're almost done. Sure, you can go. I'll take it from here. His face expresses great relief, and then Leslie and I are alone. That one's hard to read. Don't feel bad. No one's just awkward with ladies. Oh, relationships must be hard for him. And that would be true if you were into ladies. Oh. You take my meaning? I don't know how to respond, and Leslie seems to enjoy my fluster. I swear this room is more imp than human. And how do you feel about the ladies, Tracing my collarbone with her finger, a teasing flicker burns in her eyes. That's definitely a hint. Okay, so either way, it leads to a scene with her. Interesting. We try it out. All right, let's give this a go. Let's see what happens. Her lips are slightly parted, and the dimples in her cheeks are irresistible. Have we heard romantic music before in the show? Story? So I give in to the impulse. So sweet. But you didn't give me enough time to taste yours. And she covers my lips with hers playfully, opening them with her tongue, greedily as if I'm a sweet, juicy peach. Let's get this off of you. Without waiting for approval, she starts working on the laces of my corset so I can get a better look at you and kiss you all over. God, I can't resist her. My last petticoat drops away, leaving me exposed and nearly naked. You certainly don't have to try very hard when you have your gifts of persuasion. Who says anyone makes me try? Delicate soft fingers run down my body, sending shivers into my core. I prefer to be free and independent. We're very alike in that way. Not really. Right now, you're at my mercy. And you will obey. Jeez. She makes me turn around. She is gentle but firm and presses my cheek against the wall. I feel the cold stone in front of me and her hot breath from behind. Close your eyes. I obey. Warm hands caress my shoulders, pinching my skin lightly. Boldly, she lowers them to my waist. Keep them closed. The cold wall and her warm fingers blend together, making me feel like electricity is running through my veins. I shudder. My legs give way as Leslie's hands continue to delve lower. I wonder what you feel like. She massages my hips, her thin fingers playfully darting lower and deeper. Her breath catches in a gasp and she closes in her target. So juicy, I could just eat you up. Good Lord. Her movement's starting to drive me insane. Her finger picks up speed and the world turns upside down. Floor, ceiling, ground, sky. I feel as if the whole world is crashing down on me and I couldn't be happier about it. Come on, darling, come on. A searing white light grows within me. At first tiny and hot, it grows larger and threatens to engulf me. I feel the heat expand and I know I'm teetering on the edge. More, don't stop, please. For several seconds, I stand still, catching my breath, supported by Leslie's hands. And then I open my eyes. You're a miracle. I know, girlfriend. This is your little secret. Your little secret. I press my lips to hers in gratitude and admiration. I feel a lightness in my body that I haven't felt for a very long time. But my bliss comes crashing down when there's a sharp knock on the door. Someone coughs quietly and Noah enters. Excuse me. Hey. But God, now's not the best time. I just wanted to warn you about the company. He walks out immediately and Leslie helps me get dressed. The moment we're presentable again, Holmes appears. Ladies. He tips his hat. Uh-oh. Melody, I've been looking for you. Thanks to your fame, you've avoided Holmes's jealousy. What? Oh no. Wait, but that's good, right? Oh no. He's jealous already? Oh no, I thought we'd have more time to fill around. Okay. Whoops. Well, that fame helped us dodge a bullet. Immediately busted. Do you get busted with Greg too? Let me know. Let's go back to the main room. This place is sort of off limits. If the owner sees us here, I'll be in trouble. I guess my questioning eyes speak for themselves. Sherlock hurries to explain. You were so upset at Elle's workshop. I guess I just wanted to make sure you were all right. And here he is being cute. Oh, Lord. I'm feeling better now. I bet you are. In that case, how would you feel about a walk? Fresh air is very beneficial. And I brought you a coat. He thought of everything I can't decline. I wasn't sure of your size, so I actually bought 3. It's adorable. It's adorable. Miss Perfection. Edge. And Bat. I love how they're all like one-shouldered so they can show up her arm. That's awesome. Let's rock this. I'm ready. Where are we going? Regent's Park. I want to show you something fascinating. Alrighty. If the London slums can be considered hell, then this is definitely heaven. Thick greenery, amazing fragrances, well-tended paths. Every corner of the park boasts of prosperity. Sunny days are rare in London. You'd be ashamed to miss this one. And something tells me you spend most of your time in the moonlight. I'd say you and I are alike in that respect. Gentlefolk are parading around the park. Somewhere in the distance, a dog is barking, and children's laughter filters through the leaves. The world seems almost normal. Wow. It's beautiful. Have you ever been envious of normal people? Holmes is silent a while, and eventually answers me quietly. In order for normal to exist, there must be someone who holds back the darkness. Wow. I like that. And you chose yourself for this role. At least for now. Silence again. I thought you were driven by revenge. I used to be. Sherlock falls silent and doesn't elucidate. He moves toward a commotion. And here's what we came for. A crowd appears in front of us, a sure sign that something interesting is happening. Londoners rarely miss an opportunity for good entertainment. Holmes takes my hand, and starts pushing toward the center of the mob. Look at that thing. It's huge. I wonder what it eats. Elbowing our way through the throng, something astonishing comes into view. A creature in a collar sitting on the green lawn. Its body is covered in shiny black feathers. A monstrous spike erupts from its head. Each giant foot has 3 toes adorned with threatening claws. The creature eyes me intently, and I know what it is. I want to show off for Sherlock. No, but I'll let Sherlock show off. Let's try to impress him. So, what do you think? I put on my most learned expression and say, it's a cassowary, native to Australia and New Guinea. Its claws are formidable weapons that can kill with one strike. Sherlock appreciates your knowledge of biology. Sherlock blinks in surprise. How do you know that? I guess I read an encyclopedia at some point. +2 fame, hey! He looks at me in admiration. That already helped me out with it. People are clamoring, silently discussing the exotic creature. What a terrifying exotic bird. The unblinking gaze of its yellow eyes holds my attention. I think it's just a stupid animal, but I see an outlander. One who won't compromise their dignity, even in shackles. I feel like I can hear its thoughts. Saying, yes, I'm captured, but I'm not broken. I'm taken by an insane urge. I want to feed it. Melody, don't. I don't know why, but something tells me it won't harm me. I act as if an unseen power is guiding me. Or is it? I approach the cassowary and produce an apple from my pocket. Where do you get that apple from? Melody, please. For a moment I question. Should I feed it? Or not? 22? Favorite number? I trust my intuition. Fame! I step toward the bird. Quiet falls over the crowd and I hear excited whispers. Did somebody random just chain this bird up? Like, is there like a handler around? Aren't they gonna stop me? What is she doing? I don't know. She's insane. But I don't pay them any heed. A strange power is drawing me to this bird. I offer it to the apple. Look at that eye! Was it always squinting like that? Dang, he looks evil! Take it. Don't be afraid. The bird looks at me cautiously. You give her a side eye. I stand perfectly still and the cassowary steps up to me. The lady behind me gasps. I know you won't harm me. If its feathers ruffle slightly and the bone helm glints in the sun, its claws shine like daggers, but maintain eye contact and speak to the bird with my thoughts. Take the apple. Come on, eat it. The bird freezes and so does everyone around us. Clear as day, I hear the word in my head. Now. This is happening now. How could I possibly know that? The bird bows its head to my palm. My heart skips a beat. There you go. I open his eyes again. It's not squinting at me, giving me side eye no more. I calmly takes the apple and steps back. Good bird. The crowd bursts into applause and I watch the majestic beast. An unfamiliar voice speaks low in my mind. Thank you. If this is some Harry Potter shit, dude. She's a parcel tongue. Except she speaks to more than just snakes. She speaks to birds? What the hell is going on? We talk to animals? That's dope. I'm certain it was a cassowary. How did you manage? Cassowaries are notoriously savage creatures. I don't know. I just felt it. I looked down and noticed a strange object gleaming through my coat. This pendant, it was guiding me. It just felt so incredibly sure, as if I had some kind of power over the bird. But that's impossible. And then I heard his voice, the cassowary's voice in my head. Holmes' skeptical gaze makes me uneasy and I turn away. Oh, come on, well, people. You gotta believe me, buddy. I know it's a bit far-fetched. People in the crowd are still whispering and pointing at me. Now I'm the captive beast serving as entertainment. I want to get out of here. That's when I see him. It's the man from the hut. The man is standing with his back toward me, but I'm adamant that's him. A sunny day instantly goes gray, and the dark shadows of recent events engulf me. Vagan's death, blood-covered fangs, monsters. Penny, for your thoughts? Do you see that man in black? I briefly recap the events of the hut. We need to get him. First, let's follow him and see where he goes. As we talk, the figure starts moving away. Stay low and don't attract attention. I freeze. Melody, can you hear me? Huh? Yeah. I can't think straight. The memory's flooding as I realize he might slip away. So I catch a carriage, call out. He just said, follow him and don't cause a scene. Focus. I can barely restrain myself from running after the man, but I force myself to walk instead. Don't rush. You'll only draw attention to yourself. I know, but we can't lose him. I pick up the pace, trying to stay calm. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice a flash of respect cross Holmes' face. One street, then another. We manage to keep the suspect within view. After several sharp turns, we lose his trail. Oh no. Where'd he go? I'm not sure. Central Boulevard catches us like a fish in a torrential stream. It's so crowded that I imagine the man and every passerby, but none of them is the one we seek. Holmes, let's ask. Noble lady. A noble lady wouldn't be paying attention. The poor laundress. Beggar by the road. Gentleman wearing a top hat. It's the same with the noble lady. They don't care about what's going on around them. They don't pay attention to shit. They're the type of people who just walk into the middle of the road without even looking both ways. I'm in between the poor laundress and the beggar by the road. But the beggar is a watcher of people. They're very observant, trying to pick the right person to ask things. Good for information. Think about the beggars by the road and John Wick. The poor laundry is probably really busy. I'm gonna go with the beggar. I'm certain it can be the noblewoman or the gentleman. For sure. He sits here all day long watching the people come and go. I turn to a worn-out man sitting on the road holding a bowl for alms. Hello? Can you help me? What do you want? I'm looking for a young gentleman wearing a hat. He might have just passed by. Well, that's not very descriptive. He grunts and smacks his toothless mouth before answering. Yeah, there was one about 5 minutes ago. Where'd he go? Over there, to the market. Sherlock and I rush toward the market without hesitation. If we hurry, we may be able to make up some ground. We nearly run as we find ourselves among the dirty stalls. Smells of food and flowers mix with the stench of garbage, but now's not the time to judge aesthetics. I don't see him. Let's split up. Look for him here, and I'll check the stands further down. Search the faces, try not to linger too long on any individual one. I watch the buyers and sellers cautiously, concealing my interest. What did you get off to? As I move from one booth to another, I spot a small rabbit in a corner. The fuck? Where'd you come from? Oddly, no one else seems to notice it. In Britain, rabbits are believed to be harbingers of ill luck. Auntie used to say that witches can turn into rabbits, and that villagers believe coming across a rabbit bodes ill. As I'm mulling superstition, the rabbit hops over and sits beside me. What do I do? Instincts telling me to pet the bunny. That's just because I love bunnies. They're harbingers of ill. Shoot. So 2 of these are getting away from the rabbit and 1 is going towards the rabbit. I'm thinking walking away is a bit too neutral, so it's either chase it or pet it. Right now I'm known for my kindness. I'm gonna pet it. I'm gonna pet it. Such nonsense. How can a kid like you be bad luck? I squat and give the animal some pets. Pretty bunny. Then I resume my search. However, my hope to find the black man in black fades with every passing minute. Soon I realized I've completely circled the market. We missed him. Still, I don't stop searching. I continue looking into faces and searching for wide-flapped hats. Not ready to give up. Someone touches my hand. What'd you lose, sweetie? Are you searching for someone? Yes, a man wearing a hat. Have you seen one? She gives me a long, scrutinizing look that makes me shiver and want to leave, but my legs disobey. I feel chained to the ground. The old woman looks at me and smirks. The one you're looking for is already gone. How do you know? She falls silent again, and her pitch-black iris is staring into my soul. I try to wrest my palm from her grasp, but she holds me firm. I can help you. But first you must draw a card. My lucky number is 2. The card feels smooth and cool to the touch. I turn it over. Love. Hey! Okay, I'm good with that. The Lovers. But these tarot cards can sometimes mean bad things, even if it doesn't seem like it's a good thing. Let's see what we got. Woman gives me a mischievous look. That's a good card. Lucky girl. Okay, what does it mean? Sudden passion. But be careful with the one you choose. This person is not as simple as they may seem. Yeah, that can be said for all the love interests so far, including Leslie. Something going on with that girl. She's a bit too alluring. She keep making like little notes about her being more like impish than has me questioning some things. So far there's 2 female love interests, I think. Because I'm still thinking Abigail's one. So that's good. That's different. I've never really liked fortune telling, but I don't want to offend the old woman. Thanks, I should get going. Hold on. Again, I'm unable to move under her heavy gaze. Even the market. Well, yeah, she said she was going to help me, but I had to pick a card first. So I picked my card, and now I want the help. Even the market sounds muffled now as we're inside our own private bubble. The world outside is moving and progressing, but time has stopped in here. You need protection. Oh, here we go. Next, she'll try to sell me a protective charm. You won't escape the calamity otherwise. Is it really she's trying to make money on me? I come to my senses. Thanks, but I don't need anything. How are you going to protect yourself from the undead? If she says undead, my mouth goes dry. How could she know? Please reconsider. Several bullets and a crude whip made of branches appear as if by magic in her decrepit hands. Witch! But she's offering to help me, saying no might risk a curse. I'll take the several bullets, a goat weed whip. I like the idea of this whip. I like the idea of this whip. Silver bullets. Whip. The whip might be like magical. So it could be the sepulchral whisper thing. She smacks her lips, pleased. Good choice. But I don't know how to use it. What's there to know? Take the whip, you get down there until it dies. Goat weed prevents the wound from closing. Yo. Alright. Do I owe you money? The whip seems sturdy, but not as reliable as bullets. Sepulchral whisper. I'll take her word for it. Because we already seen our magic not work before. So I'm curious. I dealt with magic before. I can figure it out. I started dreaming about avenging Bolok for her Vagan's death. But the old woman's voice snaps me quickly back to reality. Are you just going to stand there? I forgot to pay. How awkward. And forgetting to pay a witch is that much more awkward. How much do I owe you? I won't ask anything from you because of your kindness to animals. Oh! I saved myself some money by petting the bunny? You know, her eye kind of reminded me of the bunny. Well, does she also mean the bird too? So that rabbit was actually a witch. Good thing I made friends with it. The deal is struck. Hey, I saved myself some money. Yeah. See, it pays to be kind. It's been doing her well this entire time. I feel like the air around me fills with familiar sounds. The market stench, hubbub, and jostle come rushing back. A boy yells and it draws my attention. When I turn back, the witch is gone. So she vanished in the thin air, or turned back into a rabbit. I look for the fluffy gray fur, but I don't see any. As soon as Shulk appears beside me, he didn't find our quarry either, just like the old woman said. Let's get back to Evans. He's waiting for his amulet. Sure, let's get this over with. I hope we make it back in one piece. Okay, good. We'll make it all back to house. Yep. Night is falling. After a long and eventful day, Evans Manor feels like a serene harbor that can safely hide us away. There's light in the windows. They're waiting for us. Okay, let's get inside. Let's hand him this. So, you can definitely say that I held up my end of the bargain. If it gets stolen from him afterwards, at least say I did my job, okay? I like that. Mission well done. Miss Melody, Mr. Holmes. Good evening, Alfred. I hope we're not late. The master didn't specify a time, but everyone else has already arrived. I just need to change. Oh my God, that dress. Are you getting on? Wow. Oh my gosh, she is absolutely stunning. Are you kidding me? Oh, wow. Oh my God, dude. Dude, this dress. Nothing to think about. Look at that, look at that. Oh my God. This is what I need for a proper dinner party. If only it wasn't for my unkempt hair. I really should fix my hair after all these escapades. I thought we might be getting hair here. Oh my God. Look at her go. Oh, wow. It comes in red. Oh, I didn't know it just snaked around her neck. Oh, look at, oh my God. Supple locks. Oh, wow. Pretty what? Even the free option, that is pretty. Are you kidding? And I love the store where you get a couple different like options. Like, you know what I mean? You can find some nice hair colors here. Because usually you don't get that varied. Usually all of them will be blonde. I like it in red. That's crazy. Look at that. That's beautiful teal. I kind of want the red though, right? It's gonna be fire. I like it. That's pretty teal. I like the red. It's different. I like all little accessories in her hair. She looks so pretty. I'm taking the red. We're gonna go a little bit bold. I like it. Yeah. Now I'm really ready. Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. The living room is filled with a jovial atmosphere. Our host is especially joyous today. After all, he got what he wanted. Melody, you look wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone turns to me. Roger begins his speech, and his voice nearly cracks with excitement. Dear friends, I'm proud to say, the amulet is found. Our enterprise has successfully come to an end. Not without sacrifice. Unfortunately, that's true. I'm very sorry for your loss. However, great deeds require sacrifices. There's a heavy pause that only Evans is oblivious to. Anyway, we're square. But by all means, stay as long as you desire. From now on, you're all welcome guests of my home. Alfred serves champagne. Several sips later, I start to relax, since to forget about our troubles for a while. Every wanderer needs a refuge. The pleasant atmosphere is sundered by a disquieting sound is coming from below us. Did you hear that? It sounds like someone screaming. Nonsense, just a heron moaning from the swamps. No, it's not. That doesn't sound like a heron. The sound grows louder. It's coming from inside the house, but who's screaming? What the what? The what the what? I really liked our conversation with Sherlock. I like that line that he said. For there to be normal, there has to be someone, like in the darkness, something that, you know, that makes it normal for everybody else. Because, you know, supernatural stuff doesn't just go away, you know, it exists there. If everybody else be living the charm life that they're living, somebody has to deal with all that. We are playing episode 6. What is Mr. Evans hiding, and can you be safe in his house? He seems shady to begin with. He always seems shady. Just a little bit off, a little bit cold. Not necessarily a bad person, but he definitely up to something. I don't know why he's lying about that thing in his basement. He has 3 of the most inquisitive people right here, and I don't know why he decided to lie in that situation. At that point, he should just figure that he was caught and the jigger was up. But here we go. Chapter 6, The Secrets of Evan's House. Jeez. Cold stillness falls around our shoulders like a leaden blanket. We remain choked and silent, unable to shake off the weight of expectation. Several minutes have passed since the last scream was heard. It's starting to feel as if it were a hallucination. I guess Evans was right, just a heron running in the swamps. The faces of the people in the room began to relax, their eyes telling me they're thinking the same. They shouldn't. The walls of the house reverberate once again with the haunting sound of screaming. That's not human. I'll go check. We'll go together. Gentlemen leave the room in silence. The silence died down, but I'm under no illusions that this silence is temporary. Holy harpy. Holy harp. What manner of being is capable of that sound? I have my suspicions. Do tell. You better lock yourself in your room. I'll follow the others. I'm suddenly alone in the cavernous living room, and I'm momentarily frozen, unsure of my next steps, and then it hits me. I'm overcome by a certain understanding of our peril. I follow Holmes and find him in the hallway. Sherlock, wait. Melody, I thought I asked you. Look, Let's leave. Now. Together. Sherlock wouldn't leave. Fear recedes, and is replaced by stubborn decisiveness as well as desire for revenge. If this is what I think it is, I need to avenge Fagin. Oh, you think it's Bullock? I don't understand the expression weighing heavy on his face, so I carry on. You want revenge too. I can help. How? I've got a witch's whip. He eyes me with respect, but instead of responding, Holmes places his palm on the hilt of his sword. I have my own methods. You shouldn't put yourself at risk like this. Actually, Melody, I implore you not to take this chance. He's worried about me and is charming. However, I can't just sit idly by. Let's go. Screams continue to ring throughout the house, echoing down the halls. It's impossible to pinpoint the source of the sound. We roam the hallways, beginning to grow desperate. Well, I didn't say it come from below. We should immediately try to find a way to go down. When we come across the entry to a cellar. Doesn't look like wine storage. Can you hear anything? Not yet. Flickering torchlight dances over cold walls. This place is the polar opposite of the comfortable, well-appointed living space above us. A figure steps out of the darkness. Miss Melody, Mr. Holmes. Alfred? You can't be here. But we were following the screams. The issue has been settled. Please return to the living room. Old man's impassive demeanor clashes with the heat and still of Holmes's blue eyes. We'll be going ahead anyway. I'm afraid I can't allow that. Please, follow me. But his words are lost inside the sound of a horrifying scream. There's no doubt the origin of the screams is nearby. More specifically, behind the butler's back. What do I do? Push him away, ask him nicely, or threaten him? We've been going with kindness the whole time. My nerves are tingling. The situation is clearly getting out of control. But I can still control myself. She always tells me what to do. She always knows what's up. She's a very smart girl. I breathed deeply several times to calm myself and turned to the butler. Alfred, I prefer you step away. You know what? She's my favorite MC since Adelaide from Cells in the Fog. Adelaide has always been my favorite MC for a very long time. Oh, who's it? Oh, the girl from Legend of the Willow. She's been a close May. She's been closely following. And she's really cool too. I think Irene is just like really, really up there. I think Irene is my favorite since Adelaide. I think for me, because I've had 5 seasons with Adelaide, so it's gonna take a while to see all the different sides of Irene. But I think right now for me it's Adelaide, Irene, and then May. My top 3 favorite MCs. Alfred, I prefer you step away. Even in an emergency, you remain steadfast and polite. But the master said I should take full responsibility. Alfred, go. He steps aside, still unsure, and runs toward the sound. There we go. We have to shove the old man down. It's just rude. The butler is left behind, staring nervously after us. And in front of us, there's a thick metal door. The door is the only thing between us and a horrible secret. I'll go first. Where's Abigail? You don't think that... That's not Abigail. Where is she, though? We're greeted by a scene that raises a whirlwind of varied emotions. Fear, disgust, and even pity. There's a monster chained to the wall and it's looking right at me. That is not Bullock. And that is not Abigail. It got bitten. Poor thing. Somebody turned it into this. Gray is holding the creature's chain as he would a dog on a short leash. I noticed something pointy in Evan's hands, but he quickly pockets it. What are you doing here? Funny, I had the same question for you. Melody, step away. Like hell, explain yourself. The monster lunges. Gray wrestles with the chain, barely managing to hold the monster back. Melody, be careful. I appreciate him looking out for me. All right, I appreciate you looking out. Why are you holding it captive? We can kill it. Well, maybe they're trying to get answers from it, Sherlock. Holmes unsheathes his sword and moves toward the monster. Gray steps in his path. Step aside. How is he holding the chain and in front of the monster at the same time? That's hilarious. No. Their fierce eyes meet like small swords. They're always going at it. The air between them seems to spark with contempt. I have to destroy this abomination. I won't let you. Why? A fight seems inevitable. I'm afraid to imagine what would happen if they attacked each other. But I can't stand in their way. But I can stand in their way. I can't take Gray's side. It's not even just about romance and Sherlock. I can't take Gray's side because I don't know what he's planning on doing with this monster. Like, what are they doing here? They haven't bothered to explain themselves at all. Well, I mean, Sherlock didn't really give him a chance because he was already like, rah. But, you know, why not? Like, why don't they just tell us at this point? Like, I guess because they have secrets upon secrets. Like, whatever he just hid in his pocket. I'm not going to forget about that either. Staying out of it seems like the easy way out, but this is probably like a romance, not just a romance, relationship booster as well. And I can't in good conscience take Gray's side until I know the reasons why he's doing this thing. I know why Sherlock is behaving the way that he's behaving. I don't know why Gray is behaving the way that he's behaving. Not that I'm mad at him about it. I just want to understand it, and I don't yet, so I'm not going to take his side. Plus, I'm romancing Sherlock. Great. Get off his way. Lily's right. Let me do what I must. Gray looks at me with disdain. We need this monster. It may come in handy. Monsters like this tear lives apart. A moment of silence, and then another voice speaks up. Hoarse and malicious. Stupid people. You're all done for. Sherlock takes the bait and rushes forward. The blade passes an inch from the monster's neck. Gray has blocked the attack. Get out of my way. Sorry, but I can't. Holmes is about to attack once more. Now I wonder what they need it for. When he twitches and staggers and collapses to the floor. The hell? A syringe is taken out of his hip. Is that the pointy thing? That's what Evans was hiding. What happened? What did you inject him with? It's the mild sedative. Sherlock's body goes limp, his eyes roll back, he blacks out. Don't worry, he'll be fine by morning. Don't worry! I'll carry him upstairs. Gray lifts Sherlock's limp body and carries him out of the cell. Roger answers my silent question in his most mundane voice. I have to stop him somehow. Let's go, Melody. There's nothing left to do here. Not until you explain yourself. Can't take the feelings of what I've just witnessed. He put him to sleep just like an animal. What would he need the syringe for if we hadn't shown up? What was Evans up to? Dark notions swarm in my mind, each one worse than the first. Somewhere Holmes is lying motionless, and Gray is doing anything Evans tells him to. Melody, may I offer you a drink? Hell no! The omnipresent butler. He keeps appearing. If he keeps appearing like this, I'm gonna have a heart attack. I made several options for you to choose from. He's not easy to get rid of. I don't trust him not to drug me and knock me out too with a mild sedative. There's a tray here. I'll figure it out. As you wish, miss. He walks away, and I find myself staring at the glasses. Probably drunk them all. Cognac and chocolate. Warm milk. Sparkling wine. Tea. The warm mug in my hands makes me feel better. The herbal aroma of the tea soothes my mind. Soon the master of the house appears. Melody? Sir? You've witnessed something you weren't intended to. Man, what are you going to do about it? My sincere apologies for that. I prefer you explain what exactly it was that I saw. Not a single muscle moves in his face. However, Roger's eyes go cold, as does his voice. It's my personal business. It has nothing to do with you. Moreover, I'm asking you to keep what you saw a secret. For one, who am I going to tell? That's number one. Who exactly do you think I'm going to tell about this? That's number one. Number two, I don't think it's no longer your personal business when you've gone around sedating random people. Like, you've now made yourself out to be a threat. To be fair, this is his home. And I don't know that person he has chained up. It's just a monster right now. But from the bite on his arm, I'm thinking it wasn't always a monster. Sevens is reluctant to tell me why there is a monster in his cellar. A wave of indignation washes over me. He's so full of himself. I want to scream in his face, but instead I calmly say, my loved one was brutally murdered, and a creature similar to the one you keep chained is the one who did it. I have a right to know. I've already voiced my condolences to you, but the old maid can't be brought back. I can only offer you money to replace. Replace what? He wants me to pay for me to pay for Uncle Fagin's death? Took a few deep breaths and then I... No. Step closer, look him in the eyes and say firmly, you will tell me everything, or your neighbors will know your secret. That's blackmail. I shrug carelessly. Everything is fair game now. Fine. But promise me you'll keep quiet. He hesitates but carries on. Alright. Cough it up. Several scientists and I were conducting an experiment on the undead. We want to figure out what exactly these creatures are and how to protect our society from them. Huh? I think they may be able to be tamed. Tamed? I would say reasoned with. Work with them. Tamed sounds like you ask them for trouble. You want to control them. So experiments, huh? Everyone to calm the monster, but Sherlock got a sedative instead. Let's suppose I believe you. But can you explain what you need the amulet for? It's a stone. The mineral has special qualities. I remember subduing the cassowary, hearing its thoughts. It's possible to use the amulet to control another being. He gives me a strange glance. What makes you say so? Just answer me. Silence again. He knows the next word as slowly as if he's trying to push them into my head. It's just a mineral. We need it for the experiments. You are still a fucking liar. Most of the puzzle pieces seem to fit, but I still find it hard to trust Evans. We remain quiet. Hear the clock ticking, a fly bouncing against the glass, and Alfred rattling dishes in the kitchen. A silence hangs heavy in the room. He won't tell me anything else. I should leave and try to get some sleep. I turn to exit the living room without another word. I can just imagine Roger breathing a deep sigh of relief. So you know, over, buddy. However, I still don't get a good night's sleep. I dream about horrifying creatures in dark alleyways, and my dreams just keep running. So when the morning greets me, I'm both physically and mentally exhausted. Look at her little nightie. She's so cute. What a rubbish dream. Hoping to see something nice that glints out the window. It's dreary and raining outside. Reality is no better. But sleep brings me no peace. I dress quickly. Oh my goodness. The looks they give this girl. The freaking looks. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I can't even decide. How are you approached today? Bold or tender? Oh my god. They're both... Oh my god. Guys, this one goes with my hair better. I can just change my hair and make this one work. Oh my god. Guys, what do I do? Which one do I like better? Oh my god. I can't even. Okay. I'll say this. I don't like the flower thing here. That's the only thing giving me a pause on this one. So with that in mind, since I like this whole package, I'm going to choose this one. There we go. Oh my gosh. I wonder how Holmes is doing. Let's mess with my hair. Well, as soon as I can. Let's see. Oh, I still can't mess with my hair. Rude. The first floor exudes a prim and proper serenity. Alfred appears, as if he usually does, quietly out of thin air. Good morning. Good morning. Is Sherlock in his room? Mr. Holmes left early this morning. Oh, and what about Gray? He and Sir Roger are out as well. Early birds. Well, at least Holmes is fine, I hope. Asked about Holmes' health, I shouldn't. No, asked about his health. Still, I feel like I need to ask. Was Mr. Holmes feeling well? I'm afraid I did inquire. Apparently I have to drag words out of the old man. Did he look alright, at least? Perhaps he was pale? Not that I noticed, miss. Why do you ask? I'm sure you know, you old fox. I give him a sweet smile. Oh, he just wasn't feeling well yesterday. The old man nods understandingly and waits for new questions. I'm beginning to feel burdened by his presence. Or is the house making me feel this way? Or perhaps what's hidden under the house? If I have to spend another hour here, I'll go insane. I need to spend some time in the fresh air and forget about this place for some time. Think about it for a moment, consider my options. Time to return to my roots. It's been a while since I went out hunting. The idea of pilfering some loose change puts me in a better mood. That's perfect. I'll visit some old haunts. See how they're faring. Alfred, get a carriage ready for me. Is the lady going off to visit an acquaintance? You could say that. Or about my business. Stuck in my hair. Soon I'm sitting in a comfortable cab. Cab is a shortened version of cabriolet, a light carriage pulled by one horse. Lazily eyeing the horses passing by. The Browns have constructed an entire palace. I should pay them a visit soon. I look forward to all the things I can steal from that lovely family. The carriage turns into a smaller street. The Johnson's manor is looking worse for wear. His humor's been blowing if you're paying on booze. While I sympathize with the old drunk, we're riding onto the next block. Oh, this lovely estate belongs to Mrs. Hill. I wonder whose carriage that is by the entrance. The ride calms me down slowly. While I appraise houses and make plans. The rainy weather is soothing as well. There's no one about, and beggars aren't throwing themselves under the wheels demanding money. It's almost peaceful. I have time, the space to think all I want about guys, Abigail, or monsters. I haven't wondered where Abigail is. Let's try this one now. However many hardships I'm facing now, life has introduced me to two worthy beaux. And it looks like Sherlock fancies me. I could dream me for a moment. Both men are easy on the eyes, but Sherlock seems more reliable to me. But Gray, not a dull moment with that one. However, falling in love is not part of my plans at the moment, so I make a conscious effort to bitter the sweetness. However, Sherlock is so devoted to his pursuit of killing monsters, will there be a place in his life for love? And Gray, he's obviously fairly selfish. I look out the window to chase the romantic nonsense out of my head. Fresh air and scattered raindrops cool me down quickly. Oh, okay. Haven't seen her in a while. Her image in my mind is slightly hazy and filled with mystery. I wonder if Abigail knows about the monster in the cellar. I don't have an answer to this question, but many other riddles fill my mind. Who is she to Evans, and why is she helping him? Oh, Abby, you're so lovely. I can't believe you'd be involved in something like this. But there's no one around to dispel my doubts, just the rain playing timpani on the carriage roof. Alright. I need to put my thoughts in order, organize them. So I run through everything logically. Well, for starters, monsters are real. A thought is surprisingly passionless. They attack at night, turning unsuspecting humans into one of them, or just outright killing them. Terrifying memories drift through my mind. Bullock, I think he's their leader. For a second, hatred clouds my vision, but he's definitely not the mastermind. The man in black, Bullock called him Master. The heavy memories create an ache around my temples. I turn to the window for a gasp of fresh air. We're passing a small square. It's empty and only a lone girl is walking through the pouring rain. I look closer and recognize her. It's Abigail. What is she doing here? She's walking without an umbrella, pressing a big book against her chest. Dear Lord, she's soaking wet. I ask the cabby to hold the horses, and soon Abigail is climbing into the carriage. Good thing you saw me. This rain, it has me soaked through and through. What are you doing out here alone? She looks away. I can tell she's reluctant to talk about it. Then I ask her again persuasively, take her hands or shrug nonchalantly. I hide her palms in mine carefully. Abigail's hands are cold and slightly shaking. You don't tell me if you don't want to. Warm yourself. You're so kind. Abigail appreciates your empathy. Okay. I feel like changing the subject in lightening mood, so I ask, what's this book? I can't help but notice how carefully she holds the tome. Abigail speaks as if it's a treasure, not just an old pile of paper. It's a book about druids. Ooh, I like druids. Knowledge of the ancient is quite rare. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of my whip. Sorry. Listen up. So it's ancient. Does that mean it can be hawked for a bunch of money? It's priceless, full of incantations. I can never learn so many. But you're doing great as you are. You're a gifted medium. It's different. I got my gift from my grandmother. Abby, why don't you tell me more about it? Huh. My grandmother was a shaman, the elders of her tribe. She could speak to the spirits of water and earth, and she was teaching me to as well. Huh. Well, she's so colorful. Come on, girl. Show me what you can do. Oh my god. Look at the cutie patootie. He's so cute. She puts try twigs in front of me, and a bit of thatch on top of them. Now ask the fire spirit to light it for you. But I can't. My gift hadn't yet developed back then, but my grandmother was always sure it existed. You can. Go ahead. Look at the thatch in front of me and keep trying, but it doesn't work. Focus. Don't think of anything else. The spirit of fire doesn't need to know all the other nonsense you're thinking about. Yes, Grandma. Old woman closed her eyes and muttered something under her breath. It won't work, but I'll focus on making magic, light it with a glass. I'm magic bound. Yeah. Try my best, just like Grandma says. I really try, but I fail again. I felt to learn magic back then, but I thought you either have it or you don't. I guess so. But my abilities only manifested here, in London. Evans helped me. Her last words have me thinking of so many questions. I don't know which one to ask first. Rogers knows his way around magic. I wonder how he and Abby met and who she is to him. Meanwhile, she looks worriedly out the window. Melody, do you know if Evans' house is far? The streets are almost invisible through a thick cascade of rain. I haven't been watching the road. Why? I'm just in a hurry, you see. Sir Roger's waiting for me. It's high time I asked her about everything. A single glance at Abby makes me realize she's in no condition for an interrogation. Her expression grows more anxious by the second. Please, can we go to the manor now? Oh well, it wasn't much of a ride anyway. And I'm getting pretty tired of the raindrops tapping on the roof of the cab. We give the cab his orders and return to the house. However, the atmosphere isn't any more welcoming here. Abigail, why did it take you so long? Excuse me? He's positively furious. If you're late because of you. His eyes blaze like fire. I never stand for anyone talking to me like this. But Abby is the personification of humility. I'm sorry, Roger. You change it and go to the library immediately. Sure, one moment. She shrinks away in fear as he towers over her like a bird of prey. She was in such a hurry. He's treating her like dirt. Hope you got what I asked you for. That imperious voice. Yes, Roger. Abby gives him the book. She was trapezing, soaking wet throughout the outskirts of London for him. And that's how Evans repays her? I'm offended for her. But it's none of my business. I want to protect her. I'll just listen. I want to protect her. I don't know if it'll be welcome. But it's not really in my nature to just sit around and listen. Take a step forward and shelter Abby behind me. Watch your tongue, Roger. Can you see you're frightening her? Melody, it's none of your concern. We stare daggers at each other, but then Abigail speaks up. It's all right, Melody. Leave us. But he's humiliating you. It's just, we really don't have much time. For what? He speaks a bit louder than the situation requires. It's none of your business, Melody. You way too fucking loud. Go to your room? I am not a fucking child. Yes, please go. Two sets of eyes look at me expectantly. Well, I did want some rest after all. We shouldn't be staying here. This is getting more and more complicated. Spellbooks, monsters, and cellars. I used to lead such a simple life. The life before seems so far away and made up now. As if it didn't happen to me. Should have stuck to luck picking and disappearing. That would be so much simpler. If only I could turn back time. Or can you? A kaleidoscope of memories mixed up my thoughts. I sink into the pillows and let my mind wander. My eyelids grow heavy and my body feels weightless. I'm falling asleep. Someone very persistent outside. What time is it? It's night already. Something must have happened. What if it's evening? And I'm just being summoned for dinner? Curiosity gets the best of my laziness. Just sitting there mulling it over while they're knocking on the door. Take a deep breath, pull myself off of bed, and open the door. Sherlock is standing on the doorstep. He pays you a visit because you have a good relationship. Okay. Melody, I need to talk to you. Come in, are you alright? I am now. I'm going to be away for a short while. You're searching for the correct words. Are you asking for my permission? No. I want to give you something. You're speaking in riddles. Just try it on. He produces a beautiful pendant and puts it on my neck carefully. A blade of luck. Crystal of luck. Different blade of luck. Wait, what? Crystal of luck. Blades and crystals, yeah? The crystals might be for a Sepulchral Whisper. So I'm thinking we should be looking for a crystal and not a blade. And I'm guessing the more expensive and the more fancier it is, the more points we'll get in Sepulchral Whisper. So I'm going to try this one and see how we go. Penny. Got it. As long as you're wearing it, you'll be protected from, he winces and ends the sentence, from some kinds of evil attacks. Huh? I get it. It sounds unscientific, but we face things that don't have a rational explanation. This complex speech makes me smile. Holmes. Don't make excuses for giving a girl a gift. My words momentarily embarrass him, but he seems in no hurry to leave, and I'm not chasing him away. We just stand and stare at each other. Well, I've got to go. My carriage is waiting. Another pause. His hand touches my wrist. Sherlock takes a step forward, closer to me. A dawning realization. He wants to kiss me. But what do I want? Kiss. A half smile, a small movement toward him, and our lips touch. I'm choked with excitement. My heart is quivering like a caged bird. Why are you shaking? I don't know. I want to be more eloquent, but he holds me in his arms and covers my face with kisses. So warm and tender. I close my eyes and give up control for the first time in a long while. Except to, wasn't it? But no one count that. His hands are so gentle and his lips are so soft. Melody. I press myself against Sherlock, feeling the steel of his muscles. So soft and yet so strong. The thought fuels the ache in my core. I give into emotion and lose track of time, and millions of years later I hear his voice. Melody, the singular thought you'll be alone in this house is tearing me apart. So don't leave me. I must. I have business to attend to. Like? I can't tell you. I look deep into the vivid blue of his eyes, trying to decipher his thoughts. Sherlock can't withstand my gaze. He leans in to taste my lips again, like he's trying to drink from a living spring. Please be careful. I'll be back as soon as I can. He embraces me one last time, then opens the door indecisively and disappears into the night. I was alone with my thoughts. The old woman was right after all. Sudden passion. Take a card. Mischievous look. It's a good card. Like a girl. What does it mean? Sudden passion. But be careful with the one you choose. This person is not as simple as they may seem. I wonder what she meant, but it's not like me to think about men for very long. Other thoughts are pressing. She looks really worried about me. But why? Is it in any way connected to the monster in the cellar? I involuntarily remember the events of last night. This room seems immediately less comfortable. I feel like escaping the house is instant. And why shouldn't I? Nothing's holding me here. All it takes is to pack. I can leave right now. Catch a cab and get a hotel room. But before that, a plan begins to form in my head. Graves at the cellar monster might be useful. He may be right. If this bastard knows how to catch Bullock, a chance to have my revenge on Fagin on the Hunchback invigorates me. I'm determined to interrogate the monster in the basement. I can make him talk with the help of the amulet. I think Evans hid it in the safe. It's easy to get the pendant. Now I need to get to the cell. Oh, you already got the... Dang! I forgot, yeah, she's a master thief. I avoid pools of light and they continue unnoticed. Then I head down the passage. I'm overwhelmed by the cold, humidity, and depressing feeling again. I wouldn't like to be locked up here. Whimsical shadows play in the walls. My claustrophobia creeps in, but I chase it away. No time for sulking. The most important thing is that no one sees me here. It'd be difficult to explain to Evans what I was doing here. Finally, I see the door, and there's a huge lock on it. Damn. What made me think it would be open? How do I unlock it? Usually you use 2 handpins, right? I don't know, 2 my lucky number. I pull 2 hairpins out of my hair and get to work. Then one in quadratort and straighten out the other. I've done this many times before. Soon I'm ready. I put the bent hairpin in the lock and press down. Then put the long hairpin and give it a good twist. Slowly and surely. For a moment nothing happens. Uh-oh. Rat devil. Her and her exclamations are hilarious. Holy harpy, rat devil. But finally I hear the coveted click and then another and another. Is it working? With the final click, the lock is officially pricked. Nice. I did it. I breathe out and step inside. Alright. It seems as if it's sleeping, hanging by its chains, but as I step forward, evil eyes light up in the darkness. Quiet. It's looking at me with interest. A mocking grimace spreads across its ugly face. Where's your master? I answer to no one. Mush's grin grows wider. Everyone has one. Mine will come for you. And eat your eyes. The chain clinks. The monster lunges toward me and I... No. Stand my ground. I resist the urge to move away and stay glued to my place. The monster's teeth clench in front of my face. I can feel its foul breath out on my skin. I'm not afraid of you. It didn't expect my reaction. Brave. It's taunting me, reeling in the chains, baring its teeth and trying to snap at me. But the chains hold fast. Tell me one thing, and I'll have mercy on you. Maybe bring you something to eat. Tell me about your master, Bullock. How do I catch it? Hoarse, creepy laughter answers my question. Get out. Then I produce the amulet. It's a result of a choice in the previous chapter. What, like getting the amulet? Is there a chance you could not have gotten it? It gleams slightly as it did back at the park. When the creature sees it, it looks scared and recoils into the corner. Get it away, get it away. No, I want you to talk. Now tell me where is Bullock, where Bullock is. It's trying to hide from the light emanated by the crystal, but the cell is too small. Slowly the creature's eyes become glassy and it speaks. Bullock has a nest. A pack. Does Evans want to hunt you to extinction? It laughs again, this time bitterly, even sadly. Your master is stealing power from us. It blinks, recovers, and bursts into a fit of inhumane fury. Cunning. It shakes, grins, and jumps at me. I'm not ready for this attack, so I fall, and it attacks me again. Die. At the last moment, I jerk to the side, but it still catches me with its claws. Did it catch your arm? I managed to escape a second blow. Now I'm pressed to the corner with the monster cutting me off from the exit. What are you going to do now? I remember the whip the witch gave me. And raise it. Burn in hell. I aim at the monster. And I hit it. There's a bloody will on the monster's body. It tries to jump, but I hit it again. This time the whip wraps itself around the monster's neck and pulls itself in like a noose. The horrific creature dies in pain. Main sepulchral whisper points, the magic whip worked. I have like 2 or 3. I've killed it. And then another thought. And everything's gonna kill me. I end up outside with no recollection of how I got there. Where do I run? I can't go back. I don't want to. I've had enough of this house. Who can I trust in the middle of the night? Or at least find a good pretext for a visit. I look at my mangled arm. Elmira. Mira? I'll tell him I need to have my arm fixed urgently. I'll oblige. I'll tackle issues as they arise. First, get to the workshop. I'll tell Elle I gotta get to a scrape, and I'll ask him to fix my arm. Sounds like a plan. I'll forget the rest later. I head toward the workshop. Thankfully, I memorize addresses quickly and know my way around the city. Less than an hour later, I'm in the right spot. Okay. He opens the door quickly. He must still be awake. Melody? I know it's late, but I need help. Sure, come in. He opens the door for me gladly. I start calming down only when the key is turned in the lock. I'm still shaking. Lord, what happened to you? Trying to calm me down, Elle hugs my shoulders, and I let my emotions out, hug him back, or answer with restraint. Should I give him a hug, I guess? I don't say a word as I press against his chest. So many things have happened. There. Press my shoulders and place me in his arms. I calm down a bit, look up and meet someone's gaze. Looking at me with discontent and jealousy? Noah? Noah, what are you doing here? Oh, so you know each other. Kind of. We met at the pub. Great, so we're no strangers here. There's an awkward pause. Noah, could you leave us? If you wish. He asks me distrustfully and leaves the room. Okay. Maybe I should have hugged him. You don't look so good. The master points at my arm. I feel a pang of conscience. Elle made it for me only recently. Now his creation looks shabby, to say the least. Who did this to you? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. You have no idea about things I'm ready to believe. But, oh well. Let's see if the mechanisms are still intact. He offers me a sheet and turns away, letting me undress. This doesn't look like a knife wound. But the arm is generally fine. I could do something with the way it looks, though. Is it difficult? No, but it costs money. Supplies are pricey nowadays. Aha. Open my coin purse. I like that there's like money. Like I have to buy stuff. You have enough money to improve your arm. Judging from its weight and the ringing of coins, I can afford something beautiful. Go ahead, maestro. I'm all yours. I can simply remove the flaw, or turn your arm into a work of art. Oh, it's purple. Oh my god. I'm probably definitely improving because it's purple. Or I could just fix it. Or change nothing. Oh, I didn't even notice this. It's busted. No, we can't leave it busted. And plus it's purple. Nothing to think about. So what happened to you? I'm too tired to tell him anything. All I muster is that this following me around. Sometimes I feel like I'll never escape it. His face is serious and he looks at me pensively. And then he approaches me, puts his hand on my shoulder, and says in a fatherly manner, I never believe one can escape death. But I know how to fight back. What? Let's go. I'll show you my armory. I'll teach you how to use it. Okay. Cool. I just love this story, so I'm just gonna read it because it's awesome. Okay. So both Gray and Abigail have some sort of weird sort of servitude something to Roger Evans or whatever. I don't know what's going on there, but we killed his master. He's gonna be quite mad about that. But I mean, I need information. He said he had a nest, a pack. That could be all those creatures that the eyes we saw in the background. Oh, I have 5 sepulchral whisper points. Okay. I don't know. I lost a good chunk of money there, so we need to get some money back. That'll be interesting. But I like my arm. It's all purple and glowy and it's cool. So I think that was worth. But yeah. I don't know. I wonder what we're gonna do next. And I wonder what kind of things Elle has seen that he knows about death. Huh. Anyway, I guess I'll go ahead and end this part right here. Yeah. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and show like button, some love, subscribe to some more content like this, and I will see you next time. Bye.